Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Perfect Pair Podcast. Rock-T's who I Beezy.
And I'm Krystal, Rock-T's better half.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for clicking that little bell right there so you can get the alerts every time we drop a new episode, which is every week. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. We are officially back in action.
Yes, we are. And it is 2023.
It's about to go down, man. Let me tell you something.
This last year went by fast. I think everybody say that every year, but for me, for real, last year went by super fast for me.
Let me tell you something. Let me just say this real fast before we get going. Resolutions are cool. They're cute. You can make your resolutions, but then just don't break them, man. Set your goals. Commit to being great this year. Whatever you write down on your sheet of paper, like write down 3 goals that you want to accomplish this year. And then one by one, tackle each goal.
Yep.
Once you reach it, scratch it off the list, start the second goal. And you'll be amazed on how you can accomplish these things by this time next year. So don't do a resolution, set a goal and commit to it, accomplish it, and let's go.
That's probably why my year went by so fast, because that was the first time I ever did that.
Yeah.
Last year, my New Year's, instead of doing a New Year's resolution, I was like, you know what? I do want to set goals, because you've always done that.
Let's win.
I've always done resolutions. So I just set goals for myself last year, and it was just like, I was hitting them so fast that I actually formed new goals midway through the year. It did. Like, seriously, I did. And then now those are kind of going in fruition into what I want.
Absolutely.
So that's why I set those. So I do agree. Set your goals, stick to it. Stuff is not going to always go the way you want to. I had to learn that, but to still keep pushing through it.
The road to success is always under construction.
Yes, it is.
Remember that.
Bye.
So you want to share with them kind of what our New Year's Eve holiday situation was about? Because we were like all over the place in a good way.
No, you're right. We were gone. Like, we got on our daughters, Harmony went back on. Both our daughters came home for Christmas, but they were only
Which
home.
was amazing.
Right.
Like, this was like the first time that we were all together.
In a long time. Right. So they were only there for like 5 days. They had to leave the very next day after Christmas.
Right.
Which we understand. And so they left, and Harmony was actually playing on New Year's Eve. And I was like, oh, my God, we got to go to the game, because it was conference opener. It was a real big game. And just so y'all know, they won against Princeton. She goes to Harvard. Just if y'all didn't know, she goes to Harvard.
Let's break this thing down.
It's a battle between them two. Yeah, go ahead and break it down. Let's tell y'all how important this game was. And it was a packed house.
So Princeton, all respect, man. They've been holding down the Ivy League for the last, 5, 6, 7 years. Like, they've been the team that has come out of the Ivy League, getting to the NCAA tournament, and so on and so forth. So they've been holding it down. So, of course, our daughter, Harmony, goes to Harvard. And they swept us last year.
Princeton beat us three times. And then the first 2 times, they beat us by like 20 points.
Yeah.
The third time, they beat us by like 5, I think.
Absolutely. So
5 or 6.
So we play, it's a conference. So each team play each other twice in conference. And then you got the 4 teams that make the Ivy League tournament at the end to see who goes to the NCAA tournament.
And you know how people have set up who's going to make it before the season starts and the conference starts? They had us number 5. No, we were not number 4.
I think it was 4 or 5.
Maybe 4.
Still, though.
We was down there low.
Still, though.
We was low. And so we were like, dang, they don't even give us enough respect to bring us back up there in a little bit.
Right. So we opened up conference against Princeton at home at Harvard.
And before you get into it, Princeton has not lost a conference game for 2 years straight. 42 in a row. They've been 42-0.
42-0.
Yeah, just so okay.
They've been blowing through the conference, just waxing everybody.
Yeah, so go ahead.
But on this day, man, listen, our whole squad, all our girls balled out. They played defense. Man, I don't even think they got down. I mean, I think we won.
We led the whole game.
If I'm not
mistaken. To the point where we were just a point ahead. We were just like 1 point ahead, because they would come all the way back, and it will be just 1 point, but then we'll come back and hit a 3 or something.
So we're going to tap the brakes. We enjoying the moment, of course. That's just one game. We still got a whole rest of the conference to go.
But the fact that we beat them and we stopped that streak of them winning their conference.
Big time.
And it was like one of the biggest upsets in our Ivy League.
Yes.
And our coach got ESPN Coach of the Week out of all of the women basketball coaches around the country. because that was such a big deal. And that wasn't just in the Ivy League. That wasn't just in our little bitty conference. It was all over the country, the United States. She got ESPN Coach of the Week because that was such a huge ordeal. Nobody, even the ESPN commentators, was just like, Princeton is never out of it, because they're not.
Right.
They can be down by 15, 20 points, and they come back and win a game in the fourth quarter every single time. And we beat them by like 9 or 10, I think.
Absolutely. So no disrespect to Princeton, man. They still, that's part of the family. That's part of the Ivy family, so it's all to the good. But we left that game as soon as it was over.
Right, because Harmony played at 12.
Right.
And our flight to leave, we had to go to Atlanta to do a countdown show.
Yeah, the New Year's Eve. We got to host a New Year's Eve live stream.
Right, live stream countdown show. So Harmony game was at 12. Our flight was at 3:39. And I'm looking at Rocky's like, babe. And the game kept going long because, of course, both coaches want to win, so they want to keep taking all the timeouts. So the game didn't end till literally 2 o'clock, like on the dot, 2 o'clock. We're running down the stands, trying to hurry up and get down to the floor so we can leave. And we literally, I have a little video. You see us hugging her and running out the door.
Yep, all in one motion.
In one motion. We give her a hug. We're like, okay, bye. We made it just in time.
Mm-hmm.
Because this wasn't the one where the security line wasn't that long.
Right.
It wasn't that long, was it?
No, that was coming back home.
Oh, yeah. So it wasn't that long. So we get there. Thank God, security line not that long because everybody's already where they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
We get there. Now, we're supposed to land and go straight to the hotel and have time to change and do stuff. But when we land, the train was blocked off. Roads were blocked off. So it messed up our transportation getting to our hotel in a timely fashion.
By the time we got there, we just said, hey, we need y'all at the stage.
Meaning, I couldn't put on my New Year's Eve dress.
She bought a bad dress too, boy. Couldn't even wear it.
I had to just put on some lipstick, a beanie, and a scarf.
Yeah.
And be like, oh.
Yeah, but we were outside. It was chilly, so the beanie and the scarf, it made sense.
You know what? This was God. Let me tell you why. Because it had a little mist going on because it rained earlier that day, so it was humid. My hair and humidity do not go together. It gets this big and then it starts to shrivel up to like right here and it's all around my face. This is what my hair does. It is the worst.
It's a sight to see.
And I'm like,
funny in the mud.
And I'm doing this like, babe. We cannot be outside. Like, why are we outside?
Too late.
Why are we here?
We're about to get ready to introduce the next act.
Right. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. Let me just stay inside and you do it. He was like, babe, you got to come out. They want us both out here. I'm like, I don't want to do it.
We're in Atlanta during the peace drop.
Right.
Then we had to go back into the spot where we do the live stream.
Right. So that was the other thing. So now if my hair gets bushy, we got to go inside. To where it's just like this big bush. So this part of my hair, these two pieces was like this. I'm not trying to be. So I had to grab these two pieces, pull it in the back of my head, stick it underneath the beanie hat, and put the hat on top to form like this. What did I look like? What did you call me with the beanie and my big earrings? The hip hop girl, something. Somebody said something. I was like, okay, well at least it's a look. And they was like, it's okay, you're cute. But the fact that I didn't get to put on my dress, my hair couldn't be the way I wanted it to be.
Right.
It was just all over the place. And I was like, we have not slept.
Haven't been to sleep at all.
Right. We have not slept. So I am exhausted. And my poor son is hanging in there. Like, he actually started recording videos and stuff for us while we was on stage.
He loves video editing and all that. So we put him to work.
Right. So he was recording videos. But he was cool. Like, he didn't mind staying up. It was a struggle for me. So then after we do the countdown and everything, we get back into the room. They buy us champagne bottles and they was like, y'all, let's turn up. We was like, oh.
Happy New Year.
Right, Happy New Year.
Going out that back door right
there.
Right.
We left. We said, so our flight was in the morning, 9:30. 9:30 is not bad. It's not too bad of a flight in the morning. So we was like, we're going to get up at 7.
Consider we ain't been sleeping 2 days almost.
Right. So I was like, man, we can get up. We're going to get up. We're going to make it through this. We said we were going to get up at 7 o'clock. All of a sudden, Rugg was like, babe. I was like, what? It is 7:45. Our flight is at 9:30. They start boarding at 9.
We had to return the rent-a-car.
Right.
Hop on a bus.
Right, so you got to return the rent-a-car and hop on a bus.
To get back to the terminal.
Right, so you can't even just return the car and go.
Right.
get on this shuttle, trying to make it back get to the airport, and that security line is bad.
Atlanta Airport, Hartsville. If y'all know anything about Atlanta Airport, you know security
even if you got clear, it don't matter. TSA pre-check, you are backed up. And I just looked at him. I said, we not gonna make it. And usually when you get to Atlanta and you go to the when you get through security, you got to get on the train to get to your terminal.
Thank God we was at Terminal T.
Right, which is the same terminal you be at. As soon as you go through security, you're already at Terminal T. So you don't even have to get on the train. So we was like, oh, Terminal T.
Saved the day right there, Jack.
We get through security, I promise you, as soon as we get our shoes and everything on, we turn left, there's our gate. We are literally boarding. We're group 6, first of all. So we're the last group. We're group 6. They was like, group 6 coming board. We was like, what?
We up in here. Yo, we throwing up the 6 signs like gang signs. Up in the 6 up in here.
We made it. And we barely made it, because this is another thing. We were flying Southwest because we was being cheap.
And all them doggone Southwest
flights
got
was
canceled.
getting canceled. I said, find American. So we were barely able to find some American flights.
We got the last 3 seats on the plane.
And we was in the back row, the back. When I say the last, back there with the other flight attendants in the back, we was in the very back.
But we was thankful we got on that bad boy and got home.
Got home. I was tired. I don't think I could see straight. My son slept so hard.
He slept about, I ain't never seen him sleep
He was tired. He's never moved around like that.
Jeez.
Leave him alone. But
I'm poking him like, you all right, son?
But I will say I am so grateful for everything we were able to do. We were able to see our daughter. We were able to do the countdown, even though I didn't do it in the dress that I wanted to do it in.
Right.
But we were able to do the countdown, and we were able to come home, and my son was able to travel with us.
I love it, man.
He had a good time.
I love it. It was an amazing time. You know, we was moving around a lot. But the cool thing about the son part, he's actually here in the studio right now. You want to come over here? Rock.
You want to come over here?
Let everybody see your face, man.
Let everybody see our son. Stand right here.
He's still with us, like, man.
Look, he's tired. He ready to go home.
So, but he gets a chance to experience kind of our life and what we do.
Right, every day. He says he likes it. I said, are you tired? Would you like to do this all the time? He was like,
man, he wanted to go back out after we said Happy New Year's. He wanted to go back out to the scene where everybody
He's
was
like,
at.
we're not going to go back out there. I said, you and your daddy can go. I'm not. I'm going to this bed. Y'all can go down there if y'all want to and hang out. But he was a trooper.
So if y'all need some video editing done or whatever,
he's our guy. He's the guy for you.
Doing this thing, man.
Yes, he is. He's so handsome. Okay, you can leave, son. I know you want to get out the way.
So that was how we brought in 2023, and now, like we said at the beginning, we finna go full steam ahead, y'all. It's social media. Y'all gonna see some of the things that we want to do, and however we can help you guys, like however we can help, because somebody helped us,
right?
Somebody gave us a shot at one point in time. We have mentors, so. You know, we would love to be. This is why we do this podcast.
I'm about to say, I think our mentors, we have mentors that don't know that they're our mentors. I don't know if y'all understand what that means. Mm-hmm. That's like, having a celebrity. I feel like Beyonce is my mentor, and she don't know me. I don't know her.
Dr. Phil.
Right. Dr. Phil's my mentor. He don't know me, and I don't know him. But I know him. You get what I'm saying? I know Beyonce. It's just like certain things that they do, they say, they do. It's very encouraging. They're very inspirational to me. So you can use that as your mentor. That's what I feel like you're saying when you say, let us help you. You send DMs to us. Let us know like what you would like for us to talk about, stuff that we've been through. Even if we already talked about it and you just kind of want us to revisit it on how we would deal with it now if we deal with it the same way we did before. Because there's a lot of things we deal with a lot differently now, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Than what we used to do in the past.
Absolutely.
So we could revisit those if y'all want us to.
We continue to get better.
Right.
And so just don't ever be shameful if you made a mistake, because you are not your mistakes.
Nope.
You either win or you learn. You learn from your mistakes, period.
And like we tell our kids, you are born looking like your parents, but you die looking like your decisions.
Uh-oh.
So.
Wee. That's a T-shirt.
Right.
Matter of fact.
A lot of people are saying that now. I've seen that a lot on Facebook and stuff. But I think that's a quote that you should really stand by now. If you haven't heard it, or if you have, go ahead and write that down to start your new year, so you can understand that you are born looking like your parents, but you die looking like your decisions. So start making better decisions for yourself, not sulking in what's wrong and what happened that's bad. Like, I could have easily sulked in the fact that I couldn't change into my New Year's Eve dress. Because we all know women, we got heels, we want to look cute, we want to do everything. And I could have been like, I'm not doing this. I'm not this. And I know people that would have done that. But I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and do it. And I think we did please our clients.
Absolutely.
And they were happy that they was like, oh my God, you still wear the beanie? Yeah, I wear the beanie.
Shout out to 23andMe.
Yeah, like they were happy that we did it. Like, and so I think when you make the best of every situation, no matter what it is, it will be so much better for you, because being in 3 different states in less than 24 hours is not ideal. But it was so much fun how we did it. And we were just making it in. We wasn't stressing and saying that we're not going to make our flight.
And no matter what was going on, all the chaos, we were together.
Right.
And that was the most important piece and fun piece for me. We were together.
And we came across some rude people.
Sure did. Jeez.
And we had to handle somebody. But we handled them in such a polite way that he had no choice but to turn around and be like, my bad.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, you're bad.
Yeah.
Like, check yourself.
And keep on smiling.
Right. So I think 2023 should be something where we can always find the silver lining in something.
Everything.
Oh, and I got this from somebody. I spoke to some wise woman told me this, that when you see a cloud, you always see the silver lining. But sometimes people go into these clouds not looking for it, so they never will see the silver lining.
You got to look for it.
So when you're going through this storm, things ain't going right for you. Your new year started off kind of iffy and rocky. Find some kind of silver lining in that problem.
Look for it, man.
Look for some kind of positive outcome of every negative situation, because there is one. But if you don't go looking for it, you won't see it.
No excuses, get it done. Man, I'm going to find a positive out of every situation that comes my way. And we are challenging you to do the same thing. So,
yep.
Let's get it popping, pimping.
Happy New Year. We'll see you guys next week.
Deuces.
Bye.
Pretty much, ladies and gentlemen, billy goats and girls and bats and everything else.
Why do you do that? Just say ladies and gentlemen, or just say hi.
We are here to tell you guys where to subscribe.
Why are you talking like that? You don't even talk like that. Talk
I
like
know,
yourself.
because I'm waiting for you. Okay.
Subscribe.
Okay.
Subscribe. Please listen. You will not be sorry.
Did you just fart?
No, that's your breath. Oh.
Oh, comeback time.
Bye.